Eat Humtic. Big Blood Bowl news brought me back. Hey, cool. Thank you, Sofietta. 59 bought 3 sub. Much appreciated. Second coins. Up to 4 mighty blow in your OWA. Nice. Six kills. Whoa. Best Kaz difference in the league too. Nice. Hello everybody. Glad things are going good for you there, Fiona. All right, Top Tech. Hopefully things are going good for you, Fiona. Okay, so there was yesterday there was a stream from Slytherin, the new Blood Bowl publisher. I want to watch that. I got it all queued up here. This is the Blood Bowl part about to start. But we're gonna do a game of Blood Bowl first. We can actually get some more people here. Now what's going on? Get third. Hey, Abdor. Did the ladder roll? Is it the new ladder? Apparently we're getting another season. Would appear to still have the old one. I don't know when the season changes. So maybe we'll play Arena? Because this ladder's about to get spoiled? Oh, there's still a month until the next season. Okay. So we could make a new team for the ladder then. That's better than Arena. Where are we at in the Arena? I don't think I got very far. 1 win. 1 win. Not very far at all. I'm looking the wrong way here. I gotta flip my camera. Transform. Vertical flip. Nope. Nope, not that one. Transform horizontal flip. Ah, that's a lot better. We're on the edge now. Okay, so there's still a month in the ladder. Let's make a ladder team. do I want to play on the... What's underrepresented? Chaos chosen it first. Nicholson, nice. Only 1.4. Maybe there's a bunch of missed next game. Yep. 5 of them. There are, in fact, a bunch of missed next games. Not the highest costed one. Quite a bit of team value on that. So no more sound when you join? The intros were working. I don't know why it broke in the new overlay. Some of them work. Oh no, that's the sub sound, not the
5 years.
I had AI help me make a new overlay, but I think I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. This overlay's in Python. It's on my monitor too. Like I can control where your guys' balloons float. But I've stumbled upon, I think, a much better way to do this. Apparently, I can make HTML files and then OBS just runs them. Like if I point a OBS web source to an HTML file on my computer, then OBS just runs that HTML file. So I think it's much better for this type of stuff. Where I thought before, if you did it that way, you'd have to like have servers set up and everything, but I don't know how hard it'll be to do. But it slowed me down from fixing the bugs in this one. All right, so chaos is being done already. That's obviously what we would want to do. Vampires, Amazons, Dark Elves, Orbs, Lizards, Necro. I don't know if there's anything here. Anything underrepresented I would want to play. Even is there? Nurgle? Oh, we can actually do Nurgle. There's no Nurgle on the top. To put a gamble up? I haven't done predictions in a long time. Drobo, thank you for the resub too. Mr. Rock Crocker, Ed Drobo, much appreciated. HD with the prime time? Nice! If you don't stream for a long time, when you do come back, there's a lot of people ready to sub. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna try to get live a lot more now. I've spent the last couple weeks trying to focus on losing weight. It might be closer to a month now since I've streamed. But my sleep doctor told me a while ago that when I was in the clinic in the hospital, I slept in the hospital overnight. But when I was sleeping on my back, the hospital sleep apnea machine couldn't keep me breathing. When I'm on my side, it could. But when I'm on my back, like a machine isn't enough to keep my airway open. So basically, like, I just stop breathing until my blood oxygen level gets low enough that my body wakes me up in a start. It's really not good for you. So I've been trying to sleep on my side for now, but he said the long-term solution is to lose weight. So I need to lose 50 pounds. And I've lost 10. And I think I've actually made a lot more progress than that. Because, like, I need to get rid of my gut. But you can't even really see my gut. I think it's shrunk a lot more than, like, 10 pounds would say. Actually, my belt, I had to put an extra hole in. Which is really the measure that matters, right? Because it's the fat that's accumulated in my neck that narrows my airway. So if I get rid of the fat in my gut, it's the same progress, but the scale is going to get offset by muscle gain. So as I exercise more to lose weight, I will put muscle on, and that's fine. That's still progress. So I don't need to get down to 190 pounds. I need to get rid of the fat. And like if I do start working out, I'm gonna put on muscle. And that's perfectly fine. So I was pretty thrilled when I had to actually make a new hole in my belt. I bought this belt at Costco, and I don't think I was using it as tight as I could get it. But if I go for a walk or from out mowing the lawn, I couldn't cinch my belt tight enough to keep my pants up. So I'm looking forward to the next time I have to poke a hole in the belt too. But I think I can still focus on losing weight and try to get like a 1-game stream in every day. I think is a good goal to keep things rolling here. I also have a lot of work to do on the house, which fits with doing the exercise. I started scraping my cedar siding. It's got to get repainted. And holy crap, did I never not get very much done in 6 hours. That's like, it's going to be like a full month of being out there for like 3 hours a day. But hopefully today's stream is the first of the return to getting at least a game going. And then I do have to spend a lot of time out scraping the paint and everything. Been on a weight journey to Apodiopsis, yeah. Couldn't fit in your bomber jacket that you loved? That sucks. That's a good reason to lose weight. Good motivation. Mr. Page's body's just like, hey, you're gonna die, wake up. Basically, yep. Yeah, sleep apnea is really bad. The sleep doctor said, like, it's genetic if you have sleep apnea or not. So, like, you don't have to worry about, like, every large person you see has sleep apnea. No, it's genetic whether you have sleep apnea. But your weight is how bad it is. And he did say if I get down to 190 pounds, I won't need... I likely won't even need the machine at all. Ooh, a hype chest. Hype chest. Oh, it's just a new way to give the boats out from. I got a fish. Thank you for the hype trade, everybody. HD Drobo, Mr. Rocker Crocker. Keeping it up. You already had all the level 1 emotes? You had Mega Giga Chat tonsils that blocked your throat? Yeah, to move to your 6, yeah. Yeah, you probably had an infection that made it even worse, but you're probably better off without them. Okay, do we want to make a Nurgle team? Nurgle is the long-term pick for this infinite team value league. And nobody else is Nurgling here, and Nurgle is better than Chaos at extreme team values. Or we could go a different direction and do like an elf team. There's no wood elf up here. Wood elves get pretty ridiculous too at high team value. It really sucks that like wood elves were introduced into like the lowest team value cap season years ago. Oh yeah, no, for most kids with an infection they wouldn't give you the surgery. But yours were a baseline problem anyway. Gotcha. I guess we don't need to worry too much about it, actually. Which teams are actually getting played a fair bit. And this isn't really the last hurrah either. Like, this is only a month, so maybe Nurgle's a bad choice. Maybe Wood Elves are the pick if we're gonna get like 30 games on them. If I hit my 1 game a day, and there's a month to go. And then there'll be another new season where maybe I'll be playing more at that point and last longer. I think I'm talking myself into Wood. Lizards are kind of a good idea in that choice too. That situation. Getting a crazy stat up skink is really good. And getting some like 4 level up Sauruses is pretty powerful as well. Yeah, I think lizards might be the bash route I'd rather go. Because like claw just isn't what it used to be. Ironheart skin is actually more of a reason to be a mutation team than claw. Wood Elves are a pretty good change of pace, though. Let's do a game a day, Wood Elves. I would say keeps the doctor away, but I'll leave that unsaid because I do have a doctor's appointment next week. The sleep doctor said I would probably benefit from Ozempic, but I need to see my family doctor for that, and it was a 2-month wait to get an appointment to see him, but it's next week. And like I said, I did lose like 10-ish pounds, but 10-ish pounds in 2 months, I don't know if that's great. But I could ask him more about like a better way to evaluate it too. Like there's probably a better way to measure my body fat than belt loops. Annual Wood Elf. Oh, 10's definitely better than 0, yeah. I've been very hungry for 2 months. That's part of why I took time off too, was so I didn't have to worry about like putting on a good show, just being groggy and beat and tired. Okay, what's our starting build? I know we don't get everything. We skip the tree at first. I think it's actually kind of tough to get both war dancers. Let's see if we can do that though. I don't know how many catchers we get. Reroll. Oof, it's only 1 reroll with no catcher. If we want 3 reroll or 2 rerolls, it's not even 3. We have to put the thrower back. I'm thinking most people probably put a war dancer back. It's 20k over a lino to get a catcher. Oh, actually, yeah. No, I was doing that wrong. So we could do this build. 1 reroll. And plenty of positionals. Both war dancers always. War dancers are the reason to play them. Let's play this team. The catchers aren't even faster than the war dancers. In Blood Bowl 2, they were kind of, because they got sprint. They took that away. So two rerolls is dropping all of the other positions. No, we would get a catcher. Would we rather have thrower catcher or the second reroll? Like odds of winning game 1, this is probably better. But I do really like having a thrower. Hey, Leafy, been a while? Yeah, I took some time off. But I'm gonna put effort into getting live every day again. Or weekdays. Actually, if it's only 1 game a day, maybe Maybe every day isn't a stretch. I think one reroll and then like try to get leader might be the way, and then we do get a second reroll, but we aim to be long-term 2 rerolls and leader. But I do like leveling the thrower up, i.e. not picking leader. In which case the second reroll does give us more money, because if we buy that later, it's 50k. Let's do this build. War dancers and a catcher. We have to buy so much. This is why Wood Elves want a high team value cap. Like, just getting all of your positionals or as many as you want. Like, you probably don't take all 4 catchers. Maybe you do. Catchers aren't that much better than Linos, though. They get dodge for free, which makes up for the team value. So team value wise, they're just ahead a level. But you give up a strength for a movement, which you do want some amount of for sure. But I don't know if you need all 4 of them. I think the catch is nice too. But the catch just saves you like a reroll. And the catch is not involved in plan A. A strength for a movement is like a deal you would take on some amount of your team, but not all of your team. We will want the tree eventually too. Okay, let's try this build. And the apothecary. But our team value is going to bloat by like 300 or 400k just from buying more stuff. Okay, we need some names. How many people we got watching so far? 24? Okay. Do I have trivia working in this thing? I don't know if I ever got trivia going. The new overlay. I don't think I did. We need a different way to get all of the names. Not prepared. Let's just do fastest fingers. Just say booyah in chat. The first 11 people to say booyah get on the team. That's half of the people here, according to the viewer count, and there's probably a bunch of idle people who aren't even here. News? There was no news? Well, I haven't watched it yet. I gotta watch it after this game. Live react. I have heard, yeah, that there's no like firm dates or anything. But I'd say there's quite a bit of news. Like the direction they're taking it in is changing a lot. So if you want on the team, just say booyah. we still have lots of spots. It wasn't really a race. Yeah, Mr. Rocker Crocker.
Back in the saddle again.
Back in the saddle. $10 tip from Top Deck. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good to be back. I appreciate the support. Yeah, that's definitely one of the big news things is they're moving the new teams into Steam DLC packs, so cash only. So when Warhammer Blood Bowl happens, so not for a while, at the end of the year, I think they said, then all the new teams that come out at that point, you have to actually buy. But if it's like $5 every 3 months, that's not bad for a game you keep playing all the time. $5 every month, like, Once Upon a Galaxy asks for that, and I think that's too much. Like, I do not like that business model. Like, a card game is not worthy of a subscription like an MMO. My opinion. It's just, it feels bad. But it does suck that you can't get the teams for free. Maybe. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. The good part, though, of the monetization changes, they're getting rid of this stupid FOMO shop. Like the dwarf glowy axe showing up at the shop and me buying it because maybe I want it eventually. Like, that's bullshit. So that going away is great. When you make your dwarf team, you can go buy the dwarf cosmetics you want. And, like, Warpstone is still going to be there. It's just going to be for cosmetics only. And the Blood Pass is going to be free. It's cosmetic only. It won't have the team in it, but it will be free. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I haven't even watched the damn thing yet. Oh, Top Tech, $10 bribe to get a word answer. All right. I hadn't named this one yet. You got it. I think I was taking my time. We get a legendary cosmetics. To move that guy that blew off the arrow. Okay, back to the booyahs. If you haven't said booyah yet, it might not be too late to get on the team. Amdor. Just gonna copy paste your booyah. Denbeak. Sharpie with the booyah. Denbeak we got. He just fixed spelling. Bestung the booyah. Welcome to the team. The news will still be news at some point. The one good thing about the delays, too, like there being another interim season, is it might signal, I don't know if they said this, but it might signal that the new publishers are like, you can't release a buggy mess like this. Which is not what the old publishers were like. When Bumble 3 came out, there were more bugs that the community wanted. Captain Oh, kick-ass. Captain Oh, kick-asso. Welcome to the team. Hard with a booyah. I don't know how many more players we have here. It won't be $5 a month either, because the seasons are 3 months, right? $5 every 3 months. Just less than $2 a month. Oh yeah, the other takeaway was if you were hoarding Warpstone for some reason, and you don't have all the teams unlocked, you can still spend that Warpstone on the teams right now, but you won't be able to in Warhammer Blood Bowl. Yeah, and there aren't that many teams left, unless they start adding teams that don't exist in tabletop. Tombstone with the booyah. Denbeak, did I already get you? Oh, Denbeak. Denbeak needs the spots. A booyah. Tombstone. last. We have one more booyah? Slytherin actually said we don't want to launch a mess, and everyone in the chat was like, but we want it now.
Hello, Mr. P.
There might be a new tabletop team later this year. Nice. Crisp! I'm going to put you on the team for the sub. We needed one more. Slan was mentioned yesterday? Ooh. Slan / Kislev is coming back? Nice. But the tabletop release schedule does exist, but it's way slower than Blood Bowl every 3 months. Blood Bowl 3 is every 3 months. Alright, we got our team. Do I have 2 of the legendaries? I do. Do we have any legendary Lino cosmetics? Do we have any Lino cosmetics? We do not. We do have a catcher. First, we got the catcher at the end. The catcher cosmetics. I guess I haven't played very much Wood Elves, have I? What do we want for elves here? I don't like the mustard yellow. We go with like a orange. Pumpkin patch. Go pumpkin patch. One logo from season 9. Oh, it felt good to. The last time I streamed was when I qualified for Worlds. So that felt good. I think in the announcement there was something about Worlds too. Auto coach. Well, there's a new snow pitch, right? Snow pitch. I hope it's good. it might be not good. I have the Wood Elf sideline. The snow one's really bright. Well, we could switch to the default if it's an eye killer. We could always go back to the grass one for the rest of that game. I vaguely remember there was a new dice I liked. A lot of the dice are unusable. The orange ones are fine, and we are an orange team. The pink ones I like a lot. I think there was another new one that came out that was reasonable. The skulls one? It's got light color pips, but dark color back dice. We'll use the orange ones. The snow pitch is a real flashbang. Oof. Well, I want to see it. I want to see it at least once. For Wood Elf Ball. There must be an actual wood elf ball. Not a particularly cheap ball, though. Let's use the ice ball for the ice pitch. Okay. Oh, one more thing we could do is set up some formations. I guess we could just do that. You're gonna copy my team motto? Nice. New team. Registered. The poor Chaos Dwarves won twice, but they got like 2 or 3 things died. Okay, apparently we've lost our pre-roll immunity. Did an ad just play, or did it add? Yeah, an ad just played. I broke it. As soon as I went live, I hit 3-minute ad on my stream deck, and everything wasn't connected, and now ad immunity isn't there. Maybe I should spin anyways. I don't have no idea how long it takes to find a game in open season. Oh, there's only 3 pages of games. I have to run to the bathroom. That's why I'm hesitating. I'm gonna do quick ad break. I don't know if I can run an ad break now either. I just did that one. But I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll try to do an ad to get us an hour of no ads during the game. And I guess I'll spin. Spins are fairly short. Okay, I'll spin when I get back in a minute. And then hopefully we'll be in a game right when the 3-minute ad finishes. Be right back. If it even runs the 3-minute ad, I don't know if it will. Kirby. Now we'll get in the queue. And it was an instant spin. All right, Wood Elves against Orcs. The classic first game. We either got the opponent's stadium or the default settings on anyway. Looks like their stadium though. I didn't. The grandstands are the default as well. I picked the water one. Okay, let's kick them the ball. I guess this setup's fine. I think we could do better. Let's do this. Once we get kick, then it's nice to go lopsided. You're not worried about your opponent slipping past the opening you leave. Maybe Slytherin will fix the music bug. I wonder if spins are short because they made the matchmaker very lax. Can't see anything about if he's a silver coach or if he started in platinum too. But yeah, maybe there is no silver and stuff, because I'm pretty sure it used to show that here. Oh, it's not their first game. They're actually at 1 win, 1 draw. They just don't have any level ups. Very spread out SPP. Level 3's on sale for 50% off. Ooh. Lots of new players trying it out now. It would be a good time to buy it too, because like if you have Blood Bowl 3, you'll get Warhammer Blood Bowl for free. It's a lot better than waiting for the update. I kind of like how Factorio has never gone on sale. Things going on sale kind of makes you feel ripped off when you buy it right now. Patient gaming pays off. Sales can also trick you into buying something you're not going to play. I have a lot of Steam games I have not played. You're waiting for Re-Rec to go on sale? I don't know what that is. I think our opponent thought he was defending. Just putting 3 here. Oh, the Resident Evil. Is it a remake or actually a new game? 1 in 9. What was our kickoff event? I never pay attention to that. High kick. Reroll does get him as well. It is armor break, but just a stun. Sharpie will be back. Hey, Dead Diablo, been a while? Yeah. I took quite a bit of time off, but I'm back now. We're gonna try to get a game in a day. Get back in the swing of things here. I think part of that is just there's like, I want to watch the Blood Bowl announcement that happened yesterday. After this game, we're gonna watch that. I haven't watched it yet myself, so it'll be first impressions. I've got that paused right at the start of the Blood Bowl segment. And then I guess maybe part of it too is like the part of me taking some time off there was just like this crappy interim season. It was a great time to not play Blood Bowl. But now it's been extended. Another 1 in 9. This one he takes the duel. Duel is a draw. Oops. Okay, his ball's perfectly fine. Goblin is perfectly fine. I guess we just hit somebody we can foul? Can I hit this one? Here? No. I would need 2 assists, which means we're hitting from here, which means we have to mark him. I am not marking to get a retry. We could hit this one to save this guy having to dodge. No, same thing. There's not enough assists, so I guess we just hit this guy. Not foul. Fouling a lino. Definitely not fouling up if I don't knock him down. But it's going to mean he gets to hit this catcher. Get a guy behind enemy lines here. Make him build a full cage. This guy's got a lot of reach as well. Ooh, we can actually use the colored uniforms. You're on a Blood Bowl 3 break too, but tabletop's been great for you. Yeah, that's part of why this is kind of, this season is kind of unappealing too, is we're still using the old rules. the rules are going to change soon, so it's like, you know, experimenting and figuring out if stuff works is just kind of gone. Ooh, a based cage here. Might be able to red dye our way in for a hit on the ball. Hey man, same thing. You joined an in-person league and have a great time there, but man, the Blood Bowl 3 front, yeah. Goes for the blodge. No pow, no stumble either. Your local league's doing summer sevens? Nice. Games Workshop announced official sevens rules. You like for it to help. Womp womp. Okay, how do we get in here? If we tag that one and stand here, I can one die this. Even a push to there is good enough to get us a one die on the ball. If we stand here and hit here, we get in the way of getting in. Free punch there. I think we'll take the one die here. We want to regroup the catcher too. Somebody has to stand in here. Maybe I save the catcher for a scatter that goes to like here. First. That's a potential foul. We can have this hit on the ball. Oh wait, there's no way in here. This is the same thing. I'm in my own way. Shoot. I noticed I wouldn't be able to get over here, and I don't know why I derped this. Guess I'll just blitz this one. It's done. I can't do the foul, so that one's going to go up and do the foul. The best foul ever? Best foul ever! Oh, we got caught, though. Not the best foul ever. Alright. 10v10. Boat bashing the orcs. Let's turn the animations back on. I had them off for all my playoff games. Not always. Armor break actions. Just having time troubles in a lot of my playoff games. The thing about the league is there's a bigger variety of teams. Yeah. I imagine real life would have a much bigger variety. Online tends to get a lot more try-hardy and homogenous. Where at tabletop, there's much more of like personal taste and commitment too. Like you buy a team and paint it, you're pretty committed to it. Where online, you can just keep trying new teams until something sticks, and it'll probably be one of the good teams that actually resonates with you in that scenario. But you don't get to try every team in tabletop. Unless you're rich and have a lot of time. Actually, I was thinking I'd have a lot of time because you have to paint all your teams, but if you're rich enough, I guess you could just pay somebody else to paint them for you. Your last tournament had 12 different teams, so to 12 people. Nice. Wait, people paint their teams. Alright, based cage again. This time we can get in there without screwing everything up. I'm wondering if I can get an assist in there. This guy hits that. This guy hits that. These two come down for this hit. We have this hit already. He doesn't even need an assist. No, we have blocked. Alright, Pow here gets an assist. No Pow. Roll? I don't think I do. We are very light on reroll. I follow up here. We're getting the 1 die. I don't think I follow up here. Maybe I do, because we are actually putting some pretty good pressure on. Even if we don't end up stealing the ball. Nah. Reroll for this. No, both down, reroll both down. Self-KO'd. Ugh. You're up to halfway through playing every team in NAF once? Nice. You're playing ogres with no casualties against your team? That's insane. Leading the casualties with ogres is pretty standard practice. Not having a Noblar explode is ridiculous. Played the Wood Elves pretty aggressively. 1 die on the ball is good. The last turn, the turn before that, I misread the board. And yeah, that was aggressive. Is a good way of, is a nice way of saying badly. But Giving up hits to get a 1-die on the ball is where you want to be. 1-die on the ball is what you're after. You might be able to get better. Particularly if this season doesn't have skill-based matchmaking. Like, if there actually is no differentiation between bronze and platinum, then Wood Elves are going to be an even better pick. Because Wood Elves are great at taking advantage of opponents' mistakes. Much more so than just, like, against a solid player, Wood Elves have to do, like, leap-in plays and stuff. Where against newer coaches, you can kind of just wait for them to screw up. Which is probably what you mean by, like, I'm playing them very aggressively. Why aren't you just waiting? Because I'm used to playing against the top players. If you just wait, then time is getting taken off the clock is basically all that's happening. Now you got a scoring thread up. We can fight our way through here pretty easily, I think. This hit gets 2 assists for this hit. I need to get this guy on his feet more than I need to have a better recovery. Not sure if that was true. Alright, I gotta play the whole turn out in my head to know if this guy's standing or not. So we're punching here, we're punching here. These two are unused. Then we're punching here. We stand him and punch here. It really depends if we get POWs or not, but yeah, this guy will be unused and these two are both unused, so I think that's enough that we can stand him. And that's better if we want to know. I think. These guys are all getting hits anyways. Now I also have to figure out where the bodies are going to be so I can actually get in here. I think I need to follow up here so we can hit that guy to there. And then we hit that guy to there. And I have to tag him. I don't have enough players to get a shoot out on the ball, I don't think. Even if I get all POWs. I'd have to tag this guy too. I guess I stood him too early. This will probably just end up blitzing him. Blitzing the goblin is tempting. But I've used both my block players. Which makes blitzing the goblin worse. I don't even have anyone left to foul with. I guess I have the catcher left to foul with. Be spicy. But look at all the assists that are just coming down. I guess the catcher could have blitzed over here. No, the foul sucks without blitzing him. Spicy foul! ABF! Well, stun and not caught is actually kind of useful. Keeps that guy from tying up a bunch of actions. Should I block some for non-believers? Played some Tomb King's Crisp. Nice. You have an agility up throw raw and 3 Mighty Blow Guardians. Oh, way behind on chat. Lots of Tomb King. Just to push on their blitz. They're running out of time here. They don't have a Mr. Throw to just biff it to this upfield goblin. How good is this guy at passing? 4+. Bad at passing. Oh, you mentioned random and grab. Randoming is fully available this season too, right? I didn't think of that when I was picking which team to play. I don't know how well Woodell's random. Random general on the Linos actually is very good here. It's very good in most places. Okay, a guy, him down, and then a guy here gets us a 2-die there, which then gets us a 1-die on the ball. A hit here can get us the other assist square to punch that one as well. We are gonna run out of players. We don't get to have everything. First action, that's rough. If I eat this, they get a lot of hits. My wall isn't great. They might break through for the handoff if I eat this. I don't think I spend the reroll. Oh. First action sucks. We were fighting our way for a 1-die on the ball. Without a reroll, that's even less appealing. The ideal use of the reroll is when we're 2-dying the ball. Not at the start of a very long chain of hits to get. And if he does actually score here, it's not the end of the world. We have 3 turns to respond and a reroll to do it with. We get so many punches here, though. The worst part of eating that is just the amount of hits they get here. If they get 2 or 3 removals, that's a lot worse for us than them getting a touchdown. They got the POW on the War Dancer, but couldn't break armor. Dude, they're actually kind of tied up here. I don't know if they can... I don't know if they can actually get through. They could blitz this one, and then these 3 can run up here. Set something up here. Goblin can come back and be part of the cage too. Carrier blitz here? Ball carrier blitz would mean no handoff, which would mean potato. A good 1 in 9. Would do a block. Potato and no blitz. The goblin could do the blitz. Not really a potato either. It's goblin here. Maybe good enough. No, we're really goblin here. And I can't dodge these 2 away. Pass him. Okay, so the opponent intended to pass here and got screwed by the interface. Maybe Slytherin will tell Cyanide to be less adherent to the tabletop rules and make it actually a video game. And get rid of this stupid declaring bar. But that's probably Games Workshop. Sorry, not the old publisher. Cyanide's the developer. Slytherin's the new publisher. Games Workshop owns the game. So the licensing agreement is probably what makes them have this. Like, they have to actually copy the tabletop rules, not make an interpretation of it. Maybe. Who knows? Like, the only people who would ever know that are the people who work for said companies. That's all that crap is certainly buried under NDAs. Yeah, it's not even closer to tabletop because, like, yeah, obviously in tabletop, like, nobody would say, excuse me, you didn't say, oh, actually, I shouldn't say. People do love to rules lawyer. But if I was just playing at a casual, like, F&M level thing, and my opponent was like, okay, now I do the pass, I wouldn't be like, oh, you had to have said you were going to pass before you moved him anyway. Like, he hasn't even rolled any dice. Blood Bowl doesn't have a big rules lawyers problem. That's good. When I played Magic tournaments 20 years ago, rules lawyering was part of it. I mean, I did my fair share too to win tournaments. Okay, so we have full potato, which is probably a stand everybody up turn. Do I ever get him the ball to break free? I guess he's my scoring threat too. Not that I need. I have 3 turns here. So I guess we send the catcher to be the assist. We hit with the downward answer and we recover with the other one. And then we use these guys to screen. I guess we should bring him back. The goblin didn't move at all, did it? I wonder if he forgot about his goblin. I think he was just really frustrated with the whole pass not. Freaking KO the ball carrier, let's go. Ah, oh, damn it, I fucked up there. I had dreams of him getting back over here behind a screen, but now I have to pick it up in the tackle zone. Or I guess just stare at it. Or just stare. We could get this guy to here, this guy to here, and then try to pick up. Actually, I kind of feel like this is Operation Stare at the Ball. It needs to try to figure out a way to get push one of my elves onto the ball. Yeah, nice, Samtor. You should have said you declared a block before your action. Well, you should have said you're an asshole before the game started. Alright, he found the jiggle. He even gets the POW. Doesn't KO us. Would reroll here? Digging for the 6? does. Gets another 5. Only 1 tackle zone, though. The Goblin can do this. Scores without a go for it, too. The Goblin was almost a hero. Instead, he got KO'd. He got the pickup, he got the first 2 dodges, but failed the 3rd. Okay, so I need a scoring threat. 13, 14, 15. So this guy's only 1 go for it to score. This guy is a dodge to become a scoring threat. We could get this guy the ball right now. Double go for it handoff. So maybe we dodge this guy so we're set up. Where am I blitzing? Wondering if I can get this guy loose. What about his scoring threats? Just these 2? Well, I don't want to, like, spend 2 of these players up here to blitz that, I don't think. If you didn't have any scoring chances, maybe. Because we could blitz that, stand here, punch that, and then this guy's free without dodging. That's the way to optimize my touchdown. But that's not the way to optimize the game. Optimize the win. And I guess optimizing the team would be trying to score on this guy. Maybe we try to optimize a lot more 2+s and we have to go through him. Yeah, I want to optimize. I want to optimize getting a War Dancer SP. Stood in the wrong spot. I'm in that guy's way. We used our reroll early. Yeah. God damn it. Digs for bait. I mean, I don't get surfed by... Oh, dude, they hand off from him, so that's good. I could have hand off from there. Push here would have been... 12, 11, 10. I guess I'll jam both. Failed the first one. Didn't die! They do have the Lido scoring threat still. I think in tabletop, I would like to... I'm an outsider, but I would like to see it set up so that, like, you would either have to declare every single time you move a piece what type of action he's playing. So you just say movement, block, whatever. That's just how the game works. Movement, block, pass, handoff, foul. I guess so there's 5 things. But every time you pick a piece up, you have to say one of those 5 things. Or... if you want to let it be implied, then you need to fully let it be implied. So, like, if my ball carrier... like, it is different. Because, like, if you popped your dodge skill partway through a Miracle Gauntlet turn 8, you might change to passing instead of handing off. Which you're not technically allowed to do. And that's why, like, Blood Bowl 2 was worse than Blood Bowl 3 at following the tabletop rules, because you didn't have to declare it, you were allowed to pivot. And that's the whole point, you're not allowed to pivot. He left us a scoring threat. How good are you at passing? Bad. So we do handoff into tackle zone. We want to blitz first. They don't get another turn, so this scary situation doesn't work. The way it actually works is default is moved. Yeah, see, I don't think there should be a default. Because then, like, the reason why needing to declare every time is good is because if you start to move a character and you haven't declared, it's on both players to notice that. Well, like, if your opponent starts moving, it says I'm going to dodge here, then the onus is also on you to say what type of action are you doing. And that's kind of what Blood Bowl 3 lacks, right? Like, the default without clarity, it's clunky, it's horrible, and that's why Blood Bowl 3 should be allowed to deviate from it. Anyway, let's not make our opponent wait while we talk about tabletop. I don't think there's a blitz on it. Oh, failed pickup. No, failed dodge. Got auto rerolled. Nice. Nice. The handoff at the tackle zone works. The dodge works. One more. 2+. No. It's a 1 into the end zone. We're tied at halftime. 0-0. When I was playing Magic the Gathering, it went through changes in philosophy and judging to make it much more like I said, it's both players' responsibility that a valid game was played. If your opponent did something illegal, you need to say so. And like they also softened like the punishments quite a bit. Like intent started to matter more. It's some benefit of the doubt. Which type of game would I rather play? I'd rather play the implied game where you don't need to declare it too. Like people are saying, it would be really tedious if you had to say, I'm going to move action this guy. You don't have to phrase it that way. You could be like, I'm going to move this elf up here. This guy is going to block that guy. This guy is going to blitz that guy. Like, you just have to verbalize what you're doing. You don't have to say, I declare movement action, but you do have to say, this guy's moving here. But if you don't want it, all of that like really clear declaration, then just don't have it. Just don't put it in your game. Let it be implied. How do we want to play this? I think we want to go for a quick touchdown. We could battle our way through to hitting the goblin. We could do a corner cut to blitz the goblin from over here, leaving the War Dancer here for a pretty good part of a screen. To just quickly advance the ball. Kind of just ignore all this crap in the front. Two dancers upfield, pick up on the capture. The ball to this one. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I do want to be one higher up. We can score with a go for it from there, but I want to be behind a better screen. Yeah, Magic also introduced levels of rules enforcement. Pre-releases and Friday Night Magics, you get away with a lot more than at the Pro Tour. The Pro Tour is pretty rules lawyery. You got to do it correctly. Don't need to cut the corner anymore. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For it. Guess we will bring him back. Oh, we're gonna do a quick splash. One go for it handoff is. I'm scoring quick so we get more SPP. I think if skill matchmaking is gone and we're playing against the general field, then I am kind of wanting to score more aggressively to get the team leveled more. We'll go here just so we're connected with that guy. Particularly matters. It's kind of hard for anything to get through here anyway. So we gotta go on the side. That's why I wanted him one farther forward, just so we're more clear of this guy. This loose guy over here is better than another guy over back over there. Nice. We pulled off a bunch of ball maneuvering 2+s this time. Couldn't do it in the first half. Am I winning the removal battle? Yep. Kind of. It's tied. Which, for what else is winning? Green Eye the War Dancer. With the Goblin in the neighborhood to foul us. I think the injury was from the foul, so we didn't actually get any SPP yet. Yeah, we're still zeros everywhere. Badly hurt, not dead. Let's go. Not caught. Ooh. Easy touchdown, at least. We are down a player now. We could just stall if we really wanted to win really badly. to level more than we want to win. Okay. It also means I do want to punch stuff. My points. I guess we could base here and here and punch Goblin. Basing both of them means we're breaking our cage, though. For 2+. Let's go. Don't love that. I don't think there's any way to blitz at work with only 2 of these either. We just hit this one. I can't leave him to surf. On a 1 in 81? I guess I could leave him to surf on a 1 in 81. Does have to work a little bit more getting through those 2. Not a 1 in 81. Stallers aren't ballers. Turn 10 touchdown. The game going. Down 1 player. There are 2 KOs to roll. Each of us. Got his back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we didn't get ours back. Now we're down 2 players. One of the players we've lost is our War Dancer, too. Looking at a 2-player advantage here. Plenty of time to score. They're not being skill-based matchmaking. Does make me a little more sour on this ladder too. I think it's probably the right call though. Like, when you get rid of skill-based matchmaking, it's worse for the people at the edges of the bell curve, which are by definition a small amount of people. But for the game being a little bit worse for me and a little bit worse for brand new players, it's quite a bit better for everyone else that the matchmaker is fast. But Jeeb, you stopped going to tabletop tournaments because your first one was against somebody who rules Lloyd you, and it wasn't even a real rule. Yeah, that's pretty crappy. Yeah, the worst thing about the last real season, or like more than even just one season, I think, was the matchmaker was getting pretty ridiculously long. To the point where it was actually impossible to find games in some situations. Solid defense. Guess we just get a little closer. Let him blitz the War Dancer. Don't want to let him blitz this catcher. I guess he can blitz the ordinance and pin me now. That's a little uncomfortable, but we'll probably be able to get away. They burn a reroll on a 1 and 9. First action. I did boost. If he pins us poorly, we might actually be able to serve him. Oh, we lose another one. Down 3 players. Uh-oh. We're going to need to get a little lucky. Get this ball again. We might need to get a little lucky to stop him. We're at just about at critical mass for being able to be in his way. Failed pickup would go a long way. No, but a reroll spent. Reroll spent's not bad. He is currently letting us surf this guy. I want to hit. Let's add 2 players over here. Another 1 and 9. Eat that one. Saves his last reroll. I think we do go for the surf. Is there a way to do this where the initial assist can go here? The initial assist could go here, but then it gets served. I need my elves cluster to bring that. If I go here and I blitz here, we push to there, there's tackle zones there and there, so yeah, we'd have to dodge through. Be there, and that guy does still get served, so I think we either one die with the War Dancer or we commit another elf the wrong side of the field. We're really letting him get by us, though. Into the crowd he goes. Down a bigot. KO too. Leave an opening here, because that's just a horrible way for him to go. Force that one to make it tempting to blitz this, because if he brings his cage in here, these guys are all valid this turn. The catcher should have been the one here. Stick it out like a sore thumb. Realizing that, this guy shouldn't have reinforced this line. He should have just gone here. Because if he doesn't spend the blitz on a lino, he wouldn't get through. He ignored the catcher anyway. stun. Nice. Got 7 players. 7v9. He's down 2 positionals. We're down 3 linos and opposition. He's just caged, but I don't have the players to take advantage of it. I mean, technically I could red die him, and then... No, and then there's still no way in. He splits this guy and regroup in front of him. That guy can dodge to there for that. Very passive for my opponent, not basing. Screw. I screwed up. I needed to be here, not here. Let's see if this guy gets through now. When I put him there, I was picturing this guy being here. Obviously, that's not good enough. That wouldn't give us the hit. Oh, he doesn't get through. He goes for the dancer instead. I tend to play the opposite of this. Like, people go after the War Dancer because it's the best player on the team, but a big reason why it's the best player on the team is because it's the hardest to remove. So you're just letting me get access to his blodge by blitzing. Or if you spend these blitzes on more likely removals, then you end up playing against 3 players. One of them's a War Dancer. When you hit the jackpot and actually get them, though, it feels pretty good. It's got 4 turns to score after this. We're not crunched on time yet. These two both have a square to dodge into. This guy could even dodge and be the assist for this hit. It looks like we're going to get this hit to get at the ball, though. Might just be a 1 die. I like remove. Look at the POW. Oh no, we can punch from here. If I follow up for the assist, this guy has to move out of the way, which kind of sucks. And then we can dodge in for a 2 die. Push him there for a retry. That guy being loose a little bit for me. could do the hit with him. Which means I can go here, which is maybe slightly better. And then these guys can go up. We'll use this. Just going to 6. 1 and 9, reroll. We dig down to the POW. Nice. Yeah, I think I pushed that one away. It's this guy's life. Ooh. Tough one to get to. I guess we're leaving the ball on the ground. This guy could go for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for it, handoff. It's great. I'll just say go and keep this guy's tied up. Only got 1 reroll, so if he spends his reroll on a 1 and 9 and then doesn't have a reroll for the pickup, that's pretty good for us. And giving him all these hits will probably mean that even if he recovers here, he won't be able to. But I guess his player advantage certainly in his favor. Might be able to protect the ball. No, word answer catch! Scattered to the dancer. Nice. Tomtek's got the ball. At 3 SPP. Everything's going according to plan. Level up plan. Swoosh. Goblin retry, though. Misses the goblin retry. We're going to start the turn with the ball and surround it. We have leap. But it's not going to help us very much because of the surrounded part, though. Only takes 1 leap to break through. Gain 9 block. Just played Slay the Spire a little bit this morning. Okay, there's got to be a chain push to get Dancer free here. How do I do it with the minimum dodges? I only have 2 players that don't need to dodge. I could do this hit, push to here, and then we just come up this way. That's probably the plan. Just need a push. 9. Final reroll gets us the push, and another both down. Yeah, Pogo does make a leap safer. To ignore the tackle zones, right? He's loose. Goose is loose. It's tough to beat elves that don't fail. Nice, the full dodge. Plenty of elves left. Plenty of elves left. Just roll twos. Oh, I'm getting fouled. So you might win the game. You're going to lose a player or two. A Lino is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for a board answer. Not dead. Bitwise Bard. Not sacrificed. That got exposed. Reach us? Take the picture here. Val doesn't shift to him. Ooh. We did not make the Nurgle team or the Chaos team. Instead of blitzing the goblin, I could have just got all three of these away so we don't get blitzed. That might have been all four of these away. That might have been fine. It would have abandoned the catcher, which is like we are in a financial crunch at the start of a Wood Elf build. Losing Linos isn't the worst because we're gonna buy positionals to replace them anyway. Even if we have to run some loners, it's not the end of the world. But if we start losing positionals, then we're actually losing progress. Doesn't take the duel. The reroll preserves the foul. I'm glad we scored early. It worked out for us. What skill do we want on this War Dancer? Random strength? There aren't that many strengths we actually want. Actually, break tackle is intriguing. Mighty blow, guard, break tackle, stand firm. Oh, dead. Bitwise Bard was in fact sacrificed. He got caught at least. Death is too far for the ref. Goblin finally gets ejected. No argument so that I don't get to blitz him. Cheeky. Let's go 1 and 9. Hoorah. Hi, Bitwise Bard. Sorry, you're still here. You had to watch yourself die. It's going to happen a lot. Play Wood Elves. Random generals on the Linos. It's probably a good idea because the lifespan is so short anyway. SPP up front. I think the only SPP we got was the touchdowns on the War Dancer. After this game, we're gonna check out the Blood Bowl stream from yesterday. The new publishers for Blood Bowl. Slytherin. I already read the bullet point version of it, but I haven't actually watched it yet. Take notes and see what we can learn. No punches on turn 16. I guess they feel bad that the guy died. But punching would have helped level his own team. Felt bad about the foul kill. Potentially cost himself some SPP. Denbeek, MVP. We do get to random a line out. Back here. Push the balloons over. 69 running yards. Nice. Lock actions taken 32 to 28. Only having 4 less than orcs is pretty nuts. An SPP gained? Not bad, not bad. Our armor broke 25%. No, their armor broke 25%. Ours broke 41%. Four successful catches? We did scatter catch on the War Dancer. I guess we did a bunch of handoffs. My go for it sucked though. Yeah, 3 for 2. 3 yes, 2 no. 60%. My dodges were great. 20 success, 1 failure. I was heavy on both downs. I was about to say POWs. We had a lot more POWs than stumbles, but both downs dominated both of our attack dice. How much cash did we get? We're at 55k. We want apothecary, we want thrower, we want reroll, we want tree, we want more catchers. I guess apothecary is probably fine. It's the only thing we can afford. And it'll keep us from losing the positionals we actually have. We slow the rate of loss. And it lets us actually get something for next game. If I had more money, I might skip apothecary and take the thrower or whatever. To get to random general. On Denbeek, what's in the box? A pro! Denbeek the pro. Poor man's dodge. And poor man's catch. And poor man's pass. Actually, I don't think it's pro man's catch. It has to be his own activation, I think. Pro is useful in a lot of situations. Rarely is it the most useful skill in any given situation, but it is useful in a lot of places. Now, what do we want to do on Tom Tech? The bad thing about randoming is we don't have money. But, like, we do keep any random we take. So random strength has a lot of bad ones. Thick skull, bad. Powder armor, completely awful. Multi-block, completely awful. Grab, pretty bad. Armbar. I want to say completely awful, but it's better than the other completely awfuls. Like, Pile Driver and Multi-block are basically blanks. I guess Pile Driver has a little bit of utility. Probably as much as Armbar. That's like when you're already winning and or losing. Like the result of the game is decided and you just want to get your board answer out of the game. But you could just regularly foul in that case too, so. Is a bigger blank than Armbar. Juggernaut's all right. Juggernaut grab can set up. The good ones we would actually pick though are Break Tackle, Guard, and Mighty Blow. So there's only 3 that are actually. No, Stand Firm. I would call Stand Firm good too. So 4 good, 4 blanks, and a few mediocres. I don't think we can do that. An expensive team where I need to spend so much money just to get the team. Not the right place to be randoming. Maybe we random with like replacement war dancers on it. Okay, so Blodgeman, we could do Sidestep to make him even more difficult to punch. Or we could do like Tackle, Strip Ball, to make it better when we attack them. Like the earlier in development you get Strip Ball, the better. Because like at 1.5 million, everyone's got Asurians. So Strip Ball doesn't work anymore. So if we ever want Strip Ball, now is the time to take it. Except that we are randoming on the Linos, so we might end up with some Strip Ball. Linos can't leap in though. It's usually Tackle Strip and then Strip/Tackle. I don't know if I want Tackle first, because the ladder is skewed. There isn't that many dodge. You'll actually play more against random stunties than elves, I think. Like beating up skinks and goblins. Or just random. That's true. Like we have 6 SPP. So I was thinking random would be in the strength tree, but we could random with leftovers in the general tree. Like shadowing is even good here. Dauntless is fine. So dirty player would be bad. Like dirty player, kick are both going where we don't want it, but they're usable. Shadowing is actually good. From sidestep afterward. We have a very sticky, hard to remove or dancer. Put him on the ball carrier and watch the opponent squirm. Sure hands is good, tackle's good, wrestle's good, pro is good, strip ball's good. Frenzy's bad. No, I would say Frenzy's good. Like, first pick Frenzy's good. Like, you don't leap with them anymore. It's just for surfing. Like, you could leap in and surf, but you're not leaping in to attack the cage with this one. Like, Frenzy makes cage diving worse, but it makes a lot of other things better. And Fend would be fine. I think I want to pick Strip Ball though, but I'm open now to like just getting 3 SPP on the other War Dancer and doing a random. Oh, not kick. Strip Ball. I want the Strip Ball. I think Strip Ball is pretty fun. But I am open to randoming when we're at 3. We get Mr. Rocker Crocker a touchdown. And then we can score on somebody else. We don't need to try to go for the second one. Tomorrow's game. That'll be it for the Blood Bowl today. The playing of the Blood Bowl anyway. We're gonna switch over to watching the announcement from yesterday. I'm going to do a quick ad break and run to the bathroom here. Watch this. All right, quick ad break. Run to the bathroom. I'll be back here in 2 to 3 minutes, and we'll watch the official announcement here. Looks like it's about 15-20 minutes. Be right back, everybody. Hey, Jujuka. Game went well. Game went well. We got the win. Only lost one elf. Let's see what they have to say. So this was streamed yesterday for the context here, it's Slytherin, the new publishers for Blood Bowl. What will be Blood Bowl Warhammer. I think they're still in charge of Blood Bowl 3. I don't know exactly how that worked. They're certainly the ones in charge of Blood Bowl Warhammer. See what they have to say. This woman's not Slytherin? Yes, it was a longer stream showcasing a lot of Slytherin stuff. So I don't know the context of hosting and stuff. Yep, I'm paused at the right spot, Leafy. That's 2D Kiri. Maybe someday they'll bring me on to host. She's a streamer.
To Germany. And now for the big finish, I have two guests with me. Marco is back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And then we have a new guest, and that is Mathieu from Cyanide. You're the lead engineer.
Hi. Hello.
Thank you for being here. Well, welcome.
Thanks.
So we're going to recap for everybody.
The Cyanide's there
You've been
too.
asking about Blood Bowl. Now it's time. Since the 1st of July, Blood Bowl is now acquired by Slytherin. And you're working in close partnership with Cyanide.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely, yeah,
And
we
also-
are. We are.
also
We're
Games
trying. We're
Workshop.
trying hard. Yeah, despite flight delays.
That was a cheap shot. Yes.
Apart from the flight
But this
delays.
is, I mean, this is interesting because the first time we had to go and visit Cyanide, our flight was cancelled. Now Mathieu is coming, and 2 flights were cancelled, so he had to take a 3rd flight. So
Yeah.
it's like
But I made it.
you made it.
You are
We
here.
did it.
We're all very glad about that.
Yeah. So,
Blood
well, before we sort of, I guess that I've been following the chat, and there was a lot of where is Blood Bowl? Where is Blood Bowl? We want Blood Bowl, and that's fine. So where we are, I mean, first of all, we just started, looking into it and so
Of
on.
course.
So things will take time. But for now, we have some key things that we want to reassure the community with. And that's what was promised already, and the plan that was to release a new Blood Bowl stays. That's the key part that we want to reassure everyone with. Where do you want to start? We want to start from where we are now and how we lead to Warhammer
Sure.
Blood Bowl.
Yeah, let's do that.
So basically, first, there will be a new season.
Yeah.
There are 2 key beats between now and the release of Warhammer Blood Bowl. So the new season, season 12, is coming soon. It's coming next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a bit of details about that.
Yeah, it's going to be like a new season with a new battle pass containing mostly exclusive items. And then we're also going to make available a big bunch of items which were behind the Nuffle Deals special rotation beforehand. So we're going to release a lot of cosmetics in the battle pass and in the store.
And that means that there's going to be like hundreds of these, right, available?
Oh yeah, from
in
the
store?
Nuffle Deals, yeah, in the store. It's going to be a good time to go back and have a look because yeah.
Let's take notes here, because they're not giving us like bullet points. We're gonna have to pick apart the conversation for what has actually been said. So Warhammer Blood Bowl is not abandoned. That's the first thing they said. Let's shrink this down a little bit more so I can put the notepad over here. I don't think there's a lot to see in the visuals, at least not yet anyway. So, I mean, that might sound like not news, but honestly, we didn't know that was going to happen for sure. Wait, when... What was the other publisher? Why am I blanking on that? Cyanide's the developer. The old publisher went bankrupt. Blanking on their name. Maybe they got erased from my memory because of the bankruptcy. Nacon, yeah. Nacon went bankrupt. And God knows what that means. Like, you think that means they're like closed, but bankruptcy means different things. There's different types of bankruptcies. It's a bankruptcy in France, so like I have no idea how bad a bankruptcy is, but there was a chance that Blood Bowl 3 was just going to get like abandoned and the servers shut off. So, like, not abandoned, while not exciting, it does at least, like, somebody else stepped in and bought the publisher rights, and they're moving forward with the whole Warhammer Blood Bowl plan. It actually is news. Like, the live chat, they're being really harsh on them, but coming out and saying that right out front actually does matter. Yeah, like Debbie corrected me here. They didn't go bankrupt. They went insolvent. Like, that's like, there's so many different versions of we don't have enough money to pay our debt. Not all of them end with you closing shop. Most of them don't. But now we just straight up know. It doesn't matter if we understand what happened in Acon. We know that Blood Bowl's fine. Blood Bowl 3 turning into Warhammer Blood Bowl. Is it okay to call that Warhammer Blood Bowl 4? Is this basically Blood Bowl 4? I don't know. We'll find out more going forward. Like, how much does it have to change to be Blood Bowl 4? I think it's a whole new Steam entry, right? It's basically Blood Bowl 4. They're just doing the thing a lot of properties do where you abandon the numbers and give it a tagline instead. Okay, and then they said that we're getting Nuffle's daily deals are gone. The rotating shop. The rotating FOMO shop is gone. That might be reading between the lines a bit. I don't know if they said that. They said that stuff that was in the rotating shop is just going to be mass available. That is coming a little bit short of... That's coming a little bit short of saying the daily shop is gone. That's just saying everything in the past that was in the daily shop is available. Hundreds of I am going to be spelling words horribly. Notepad doesn't have the little underlines. And there's going to be another season 12 bridge season with no new team, just cosmetics. I'm spelling cosmetics wrong for sure. Cause and effect cosmetics. Maybe I'll make a YouTube video summarizing this afterwards too.
It's going to be massive.
That's great. And the second big thing we have between now and the release of Warhammer Blood Bowl is the release of the demo.
Yeah.
Right. So just after the summer, we don't know a date yet because we have to go through, all the testing processes and so on. What will the demo contain?
The demo will be a sneak peek of the new streamlined mode of Blood Bowl that we call Rumble.
Okay.
It's going to be a shorter, snappier, zanier game with a shorter periods, 2 times 6 turns, 7 versus 7 on a smaller pitch. So, yeah, we're going to embrace the madness. In the demo, you're going to have a ladder where you could play with predefined teams for the 5 factions that are going to be available. New rules, of course. Like, this is going to be the first sneak peek at the mode and also at the new rules. En passant, as we say. So, yeah, you're going to have the competition for the, competitive persons.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have all the friendly games options. Like you could play versus the AI, hot seat with your lad, couch playing, right? And you're going to have online games too. So this is going to be like a nugget showing the new rules.
Right.
In a very streamlined and approachable way.
That's really cool. And then, this leads us into Warhammer Blood Bowl, which is going to release before the end of the year.
Awesome.
That's the only precise. That's how much precise we can be right now. That's a commitment already, right?
It is a commitment, yes.
It is.
And I mean, it's July now, at endish of July, so it's not going to take that much longer.
Yeah.
We'll get it
Coming soon.
Yes.
Indeed.
soon. TM. So Warhammer Blood Bowl, can I call that a reboot?
Yeah.
Is that like, how does it tie in with Blood Bowl 3?
That would be fair. Because I'm going to go through the key points of Warhammer Blood Bowl. This is going to be the new rules for the 26 factions that would have been released at the time. So that's a big bit. And then there's going to be things that are new because they were missing, and things that are new because they've been so deeply redone that it's completely different. Talking of onboarding, massive work on that. Like if you never played Blood Bowl, this is now a great time to start because work went into it. Then there's also tremendous amount of work on all the UI of the game. Blood Bowl is a very demanding game UI-wise. It's a game of two parts with managing your team and playing a game. The core elements of those two UI systems have been deeply revamped with 2 years of experience now. That's where it comes from. It's not blind guesses and lunacies. Like we have the data about what we missed, what was wrong, what was missing, and we put a lot of effort into making that much better.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now the demo is a sneak peek, but there's going to be Rumble as a thing in the game, and that's also going to be a massive feature as an onboarding feature, but also as a new thing, right? It has a different rhythm than classical Blood Bowl 11s, and we're fairly confident it's going to bring a new audience. Because
Master Blood Bowl
it
does
works with
sound
some
better
of
for
our friends.
online.
Just saying.
Well, one thing I want to sort of cover, on Warhammer Blood Bowl specifically is how.
Oh yeah, Niblet's asking you have to buy it. No, this is still. They didn't say that. It's still the same plan. Warhammer Blood Bowl was always going to be a new Steam entry. So like the updating to the new tabletop rules was always going to be a new Steam entry. I don't know. I don't know if it's like, is it Blood Bowl 4? It is the whole new rule set. I think it's fine to refer to it as Blood Bowl 4. But you don't have to buy it, and any teams you have unlocked at Blood Bowl 3, you get in Blood Bowl 4, Warhammer Blood Bowl. And any teams that any cosmetics you have, like all of that stuff stays. Your account migrates. It's kind of like Overwatch 2. Like Overwatch 2 just took over Overwatch. And it came with pretty big rules changes. So it's Blood Bowl 4 in the same way that Overwatch 2 is Overwatch 2. You kept all your Overwatch cosmetics, but the rules changed a lot. Like they went from 6 players to 5 players in the Overwatch 2 switch. It changed a whole lot of other stuff too. And I think a big benefit, I don't know how much important this was in decision making, but being a new Steam entry just gets rid of all of the disastrous reviews from launch. Like they launched Blood Bowl 3 way too early. And it's probably mixed now, but like you don't want to be investing in a game that has mostly negative Steam reviews. I haven't been paying attention to Twitch chat, but they've seemed to be pretty negative about this stuff. Yeah, Warhammer Blood Bowl is a bit of a mouthful. I think the big thing is just if you search Warhammer, it shows up. Like it's kind of important to let Warhammer fans know that Blood Bowl is Warhammer. Oh yeah, Blood Bowl 3 was supposed to be the last one ever that could be updated to the new rules, right? And it kind of is. Like we're not making new accounts and all that stuff. It's ranked as the 33rd worst game on Steam. That's kind of crazy.
important single player is going to be as well, because we come with a with a community of very active and vocal community of multiplayer players, but there's a big element in there about new people coming in just for the single player experience.
That's right, and it's been one of the biggest myths of the launch of Blood Bowl, not having anything proper for solo gaming. We tried to catch up with the Eternal League a bit later, but with Warhammer Blood Bowl, like solo, God, there's so much things. Like the AI is currently receiving a tremendous amount of work, and it's gonna be fun. Like, it's a bold statement to make, but I make it.
Luckily, it's really hard.
There's gonna be
I'll be impressed if
more
they
options
do a
to
good job with
make
it.
the competitions you want, because we found out about solo, looking at the 2 years of data we have, that a lot of competitions are only AIs and one guy playing. And we're giving many options for those players to make the competition they want to play. Like, they will be able to build the team the AI will play. They're going to be able, which, by the way, will evolve in a much sounder manner, because we have 2 years of data about how does a lineman evolve. We're going to leverage that to make the AI progression more realistic and then provide a better experience when you play like a deep round-robin game, deep round-robin competitions with plenty of AIs. So that's going to be an improvement too. And many of the zany tweaks we introduced with the Eternal League and some of the latest community events with the Ascension mode, with the no turnover.
No, the new ladder's
gameplay
about a month
tweak,
away.
with the frogs, extravaganzas, they're all going to be available. If you want to play a competition where you play against frogs, it's going to be doable. And that one, like, is maybe not the one that's going to be the most popular. But
Wait. I was reading chat there. He said frogs?
that one, like, is maybe not the one that's going to be the most popular. By the way, will evolve in a much sounder manner, because we have 2 years of data about how does a lineman evolve. We're going to leverage that to make the AI progression more realistic and then provide a better experience when you play like a deep round-robin game, deep round-robin competitions with plenty of AIs. So that's going to be an improvement too. And many of the zany tweaks we introduced with the Eternal League and some of the latest community events with the Ascension mode, with the no turnover gameplay tweak, with the frogs, extravaganzas, they're all going to be available.
Oh, okay. People were talking about frogs at the start of my stream. That's not talking about Slan. The Frogs Extravaganza is the Triple Wizard. That's the Triple Wizard community event. Because he's talking about having no turnovers. And then the Frog Extravaganza. That's not Slan. That's you in your own private league against AI, or against humans too, supposedly. But like when you make your own league, you'll be able to turn on Triple Wizards, is what he said there. Not you'll be able to turn on Slan. A surprise new team next month would be crazy. A surprise new team that is Slan next month would be insane. I think they said less than a month. Moment Slayer. I think they said less than a month for season 12. I don't know what that means. Was it next month they said? For 4 to 5 weeks is probably the right way to interpret that. Who knows? But the 3 to 5 weeks, I guess.
If you want to play a competition where
And
you
I wish we
play
had
against
ogres.
frogs, it's going to be doable. And that one, like, is maybe not the one that's going to be the most popular, but, any tweaks that were in Blood Bowl 3, only available in Eternal League or community events, is going to make it to any competition you want to set up or friendly game. And because the setup is just becoming more and more deep, because we're providing more options, we just added some quality of life features like you build your perfect competition, and when it's over, then you have a button to restart it. And then it just creates a new competition with all the same setup, all the same teams, and you can play it again. And from the glaring things we missed, the save feature is gonna happen. It should always have been here, but yeah, it's happening in Warhammer Blood Bowl. Like the sneak
right.
peek of you're playing your game, real life happens, you have a button, you play, save and quit, you go deal with your life, and when you come back, seemingly, well, seamlessly, you're back in the game and you can end it.
That's
Okay, so if they're talking about single player, right? They're talking about against AI, save games mid-game. But with the tech you need to do saved game states comes resuming games, particularly for tournaments. Like if somebody crashes and disconnects, I'm thinking games like Hearthstone and StarCraft and like big esports games. Being able to resume a game partway through is tied pretty tightly with being able to save. So yeah, most of us here aren't that interested in the single player stuff, even though most Blood Bowl 3 players are interested in the single player stuff. It's like our community is very multiplayer, but I think most players that just like, hey, this game looks good, and they download it on Steam, they're single player players. And like they care a lot about the save game stuff. That's why they're talking about it so much here. But I wonder if this leads to resume for esports. Like I remember it being a pretty damn big deal when like StarCraft 2 got resume. I think League of Legends got resume at some point. But like when you're doing giant tournaments like League of Legends does, and there's a technical difficulty and you have to restart entirely, that's way worse than being able to just load back into 10 seconds before the crash happened. Or immediately before the crash happened. Amdor, you've got ladder anxiety. I get that with some games, not Blood Bowl, but I do understand where you're coming from. Yeah, that's kind of true too, Debbie. Like getting non-Blood Bowl players to download and buy Warhammer Blood Bowl is kind of the way they make more money. It's also the way they grow the game. Like a lot of the people who go that path and have a good single player experience for 20 hours might eventually dip their toes over into the ladder. It's like you need to onboard people. And like right now, Blood Bowl 3 doesn't really onboard people. That like we have to. Like we have to invite our friend and teach them how it works. And like the streamers do a lot of that work too. Like how many of you guys in chat? There's only 48 people here still. How many of you watched me or another streamer a significant amount of time before playing yourself? Like I watched my brother stream a significant amount of time before I ever played Blood Bowl. And like if they can make the game actually do that job too, that's just great for the growth of the game. Yeah, if all they do is start right on the ladder and get crushed, there's a good chance they leave and they never buy any new teams. So it's bad for the company. They don't make money, and it's bad for us. We don't get more people on the ladder. Leafy, that's how you got started on the ladder. You get creamed your first month. But yeah, my first org team was horrible record. It was like 0 wins, 1 draw, like 18 losses or something. I don't remember how many losses, but it was large number of losses, no wins, 1 draw. My very first team. Back in Blood Bowl 2, there was no matchmaking at all. No skill-based matchmaking. There was team-based matchmaking. So, yeah, not a lot exciting for us so far, but like stuff that will grow the community is good for us. I think the 7 stuff is going to be great. Humble move. There's a good chance that's just going to be the way I play. Like that might end up just being more fun than, it's particularly online, than the longer form. Issue there is some of the streamers are so negative. Yeah, unfortunately, some of the high up in the category streamers are pushing people away, not inviting them in. Definitely hurts things. Did you actually started with Dark Elves and then went and watched streamers to try to get better. We didn't lure you in the first place. At least we helped you with your onboarding. Blood Bowl is, the learning curve is really high. This game is really hard. It's like chess levels of hard. Not a whole lot of video games I've played are chess levels of hard. There's like nuances and a lot of video games there's reflexes, but like arguably a game like Hearthstone is not chess levels of hard. There are skills to develop. There are ways to express that you're a good player and win more than other people. But it's not as hard. Chess is more theory. I would argue like the goodness I have at chess is very light on theory. But you get out of the early game fairly quickly. And then like I'm still at the point where blunders happen. Both me and my opponent. Well, oops, there goes a bishop. Okay, let's get back into the video. I haven't fully caught up on chat, but we'll be here forever.
It's
Only a few
already a lot.
points.
It's already a lot.
Only a few points, guys. I could go on.
It's already a lot. I want to just sort of share a bit about the model, the business model and everything, because that's also a big important part where we have to sort of confront with very local aspects of how things should be done. I think the game will contain 14 factions, right? The Warhammer Blood Bowl will have 14 factions, including the Toon Kings and Bretonians are in the base game, in the Warhammer paper game. So commercials or business model. So for me,
it's the same initial 12.
If we cannot
plus
explain
Bretonians
it in 10 words, we don't do it. So all of the complications, all of the complications of how does it work? How do I get this? How do I get that? We're trying to get,
there's a sneak peek of
as simple as possible.
Streamlining stuff.
Yeah. Yes, but some of it will require a little bit of compromise, of course, because there are things that, of course, we want to take care of. So first of all, in the transition, all the players who own Blood Bowl 3 and own content within Blood Bowl 3 will receive everything they already own for free.
Yeah.
And that's one important element.
All factions, all cosmetics.
If you own it, you've got it.
Exactly.
The second thing is that Blood Pass will be free. So we're not going to charge anymore for the Blood Pass. We still have seasons. We still have this element of,
periodic.
If you play a lot, you get a lot. And
oh no, Dembeek, this is new people buying it. If you buy Warhammer Blood Bowl, you get the same 12 initial teams plus Bretonians and Khemri. So new players. But yeah, all of the teams we currently have, I believe, are going to be in the game. But you won't get vampires for free. You'll have to. They haven't got there yet, but I've read other people's notes, and all of the teams are going to be purchased on Steam with cash moving forward, or DLCs as they call it.
All that kind of stuff, but it's not going to be behind a paywall or anything.
There'll probably be
which I
a
hope people will like.
pack you can buy to catch up.
Hey, we'll see. I mean,
The other element is that all DLCs, all factions will become DLCs. So we will not make factions available within the game as in-app purchases. They will sit in the stores with their own product pages, and we'll make all the bundles, all the nice promotions to make sure that we don't, overcharge and everything else, because that's the key thing. We know how many warp stones every faction is worth, but that's an element. So very important. We're going to publish this on all the product pages as well and so on. But if you own warp stones, if you have a lot of warp stones sitting somewhere, just use them between now and the release of Warhammer Blood Bowl, because after that you'll only be able to use the warp stones for the cosmetics. And that's very important. We'll keep screaming about it, because we don't want a situation where basically people are gonna, players are gonna say, right, I didn't see it or whatever. So we're gonna make it very clear that you have up until the release of Warhammer Blood Bowl to spend your warp stones for factions. What else?
yeah. By the way, there are some cracking packs of factions available.
I've got a question. Is it going to be the same client or entirely different game client? It's an entirely new Steam entry. Like, it's basically Blood Bowl 4. But I think it's the same engine. But, like, the UI is getting reworked. So it's kind of yes and no to your question. I don't think they're going back to square one, but it's going to look a lot different to us, if that makes sense. But they're not like, we're not going to get visual changes to all the teams like we did going from Blood Bowl 2 to Blood Bowl 3. But I think all of the buttons are going to be different. Hopefully we don't have to declare passing and handoff actions. Hopefully that goes back to the Blood Bowl 2 way. But they're still, as far as I know, they're still using Unreal Engine with that. All the 3D models are going to be the same and that kind of stuff. So it's halfway between a new client and not a new client. It's also an entirely new Steam entry, which is a big deal. But it's not as much work as making a whole new game. DLC announcement makes perfect sense to you. It does suck that like the teams are not free anymore. Being able to get the teams for free was a huge benefit going from Blood Bowl 2 to Blood Bowl 3. If you played actively, you just got all the teams for free. It was very generous. So they're taking that away, but it was very generous. It's not. I don't think they announced in here. I didn't see in anyone else's summary how much the teams are going to be. But if it's $5 every 3 months, that's not bad for a game you're playing constantly. And you have the ability to skip the teams you don't care about at all and wait for them to go on sale. Where, like, Once Upon a Galaxy was a card game I was playing. There goes Rod! Thank you for the gift sub. And Once Upon a Galaxy is asking for, like, $5 or $6 every month if you want to be a regular player. Like, you kind of feel like a second-class citizen in that game if you're not paying. It's like, every hero in that game becomes free eventually, but if you don't have that $5 a month subscription, you just can't play the new heroes for the first 2 months, I think. And then they rotate in for free. It feels really bad. And I thought it was fine. And then they did like their tournament and they showed the stats for their tournament. And like the 3 most winning heroes were all the ones I couldn't play that were locked. And that's when I uninstalled it. So it's not just I have less options, but now you're doing the thing that a lot of games do where the new ones you have to buy are the best. Like, no, thank you. That's when I stopped playing that game. So for me, apparently the threshold is somewhere between $5 a month and $5 every 3 months. If it's $10 a team, then it's $10 every 3 months. That's somewhere in the middle. Me personally, hopefully Slytherin keeps giving free Warpstone to the streamers, but not a big deal for me to if I have to pay $5 a month to keep streaming Blood Bowl. You're missing Undead and Lizards. You're hoping to grind out enough free Warpstone. They do get free Warpstone out, but it's not very fast. Hopefully you can get there and get one of them at least. Yeah, and there'll almost certainly be bundles too. Like to be waiting for a bundle of the first 4. Oh, you found a good way to cheese levels? Make a decked out 7 million team value chaos team and smash your way through the Eternal League. Pitch clear every game. Maximum battle pass progress. Vampires are nerfed in tabletop too, right? Yeah, I think they get a fair bit worse when we eventually get the update. Yeah, Warpstone are staying, but you can't buy teams with them after the update. The update's going to be before the end of the year, so you have quite a while to grind more Warpstone. Like, I would say 3 months would be... you probably have more time than that. But your Warpstone aren't worthless after the update. It's just going to be cosmetics only. And the Bloodbath being free is nice. So they'll be like, everyone can have that experience of every couple games you play, you unlock a new cosmetic without having to pay. That's a really good change.
At the moment,
Yeah.
just saying.
No, absolutely. If you already own it, go and spend them all. That's absolutely worth saying. There's actually a sale that just started now for Blood Bowl. So you'll have.
Ooh, there's an interesting question. You need to spend your Warpstone on a new team. So far, you bought Amazon's your favorite and Woody's. What should you get next? That's an interesting angle. If you don't have many teams, which are the best teams to buy? That's a YouTube video right. So you could come at it from the angle of like, what's the most unique? You could come at it from the angle of what are the best teams? But like, I don't even know what the best teams are in Warhammer Blood Bowl. Like nobody does, right? Because we're playing a game nobody's played. Like, there's a lot of tabletop experience, but most of you tabletop people don't play at the like on the ladder in tabletop. Like, ladder play is a lot different than most leagues, and certainly different than NAF. So what's going to end up being the best in Warhammer Blood Bowl? That's a tough thing to predict. Orcs are the top. Orcs are good in everything, aren't they? but everyone has orcs, right? They're one of the 12 teams everyone gets. Soon to be 14 teams everyone gets. Necro are good in the new system too. I would say lizards, like for the initial question of like what team to buy. I would strongly push you towards lizards. It's a solid team. I don't think it's got worse in Warhammer Blood Bowl, and it's a very unique team. Like it's the strongest team. Like maybe Khemri can compete for it, but having 7 players at 4 strength or more is very lizards. And like your other players aren't bad. The skinks are so fast, and Stunty is kind of crazy. The fact they can dodge anywhere on a 3+. So like the short answer I'll give you right now is probably like I'd look towards lizards as the team to dump your Warpstone on, but that is interesting to dig deeper into. That is a very interesting question. It would probably make a pretty good YouTube video. Something that goes over like all of the options and like what are they similar to that you might already have, like the free teams. Like Corn is interesting, but it's kind of like pretty close to Nurgle and Chaos. So I wouldn't really recommend anyone buy Corn with like their one last push with their Warpstone. But Lizards are the opposite. Like it's a good team and they're very unique. Black Orcs overlap with them a little bit, but being a lot slower, it's a big difference. Looking at the Steam store for Slytherin's other Warhammer games, they're charging around $11 for a faction. Interesting. That's a lot more than I was thinking it would be, but maybe that's a better estimate. The Bloodbasses are $10, right? So the teams being the same as Bloodbasses is kind of makes sense, even though the Bloodbasses give you a bunch of cosmetics too, but it's fair to say the Bloodbasses also give you a good discount on what you're buying. So yeah, $10 a team might be where they actually end up. Lizards do get worse in the update. Oh, that's. Oh, but like Darth Pody Pody says, anything with Brawling Brutes is good in progression. And I assume Lizards are Brawling Brutes. Which means they level up better from injuries than touchdowns. 3 SPP for an injury, 2 for a touchdown. For teams tagged with Brawling Brutes. Which are most of the Bash teams, I think. Nurgle is so good in Warhammer Blood Bowl. I think Nurgle's also one of the 12 initial teams. Yeah, OWA Nurgle were in the free ones you get with the purchase of the game. And it's also very personal which teams to unlock. Like, people do have styles and like different teams. But that doesn't help somebody who's asking you, hey, which team should I buy? I think I should make a video running down the available teams. Their pros and cons and showing off their style a little bit too. Their look and feel. Because if the look and feel resonates with somebody, like somebody might just really like Norse. Or into Norse mythology or whatever. You'd say the top for uniqueness would be Necro. Necro are very unique. They're tough to play though, if you're not used to them. Necro, Woodies, Vampires. Vampires get a lot worse though. The Shambling Undead. I don't know why I've never liked Shambling Undead. They seem too middle ground to me, I think, is the problem with them. And they're very like, the start is good. I always like Khemri more in Blood Bowl too. Because you can just teach your 4 Tomb Guardians Mighty Blow and they're just as good as the Undead Mummies. You can't teach your Undead team to have 2 more mummies. There's only 6 Brawling Brutes. Black Orcs, Dwarves, Khorne, Nurgle, Orcs, and Ogres. Oh. The Lizards are not Brawling Brutes. It would have been really good for them too, because you don't want to level your skinks up anyway. All your touchdowns. You just got here. Save Warpstone or use them on trash you don't want. Your Warpstone will be cosmetic only after the Warhammer Blood Bowl update, which is going to be still like 3 to 6 months away. So you have some time to think about it. It's not a rush. But you want to spend your Warpstone on teams you don't own before the transition. You've been saving to buy Khemri when they drop? You get Khemri for free. Great news. Khemri and Bretonnians are bundled with Warhammer Blood Bowl. The same in with the 12 that were bundled with Blood Bowl 3. So that's new people who buy that, and as well as I believe all of us that transition over. I don't think we have to buy it. I don't think that was specifically stated here, but I think they've said that in the past. Okay, let's get back into the video.
A lot of opportunities to spend the money.
Okay, it has been stated. Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to turn it on and off. But yeah, the Camry and Bretonians will be free for all on the launch. So you don't have to save Warpstone, and you can't, because when Camry are in the game, Warpstone no longer buy teams, just cosmetics. Your Warpstone won't evaporate, but they're cosmetic only at that point. You watched this video 3 times. Nice.
Between now and the release of the game. What else? World Championship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way. Yeah, so like, this is like sort of confirming the date of release, because the plan for the World Championship is it's going to happen somewhere in the beginning of 2027, like between December 26 and February or March 2027. It's going to be played on Warhammer Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Yay! With the new rules. Again, like, if anybody had any doubt. But yeah, so it's happening.
Yes, and same structure. I would say that we keep the team, right? Because the team running the championship has been confirmed. We are, so trying to move forward as if, everything stays as it is.
It's a transition.
It is a transition. Sure. To me, what I see is that Warhammer Blood Bowl is the Blood Bowl for the ages. So we really want to build the Blood Bowl that will be, the Blood Bowl that stays forever.
Yeah.
And I think that, this is a vision that we share with you. I mean, we've discussed
Definitely.
it with a lot of times, and we
said about
want
Blood Bowl
this
3.
to be the one that goes on forever.
Yeah, and we're trying to leverage this transition to make the game as good as it should be. But some bits were good, like the last world events were cracking events, and we're going to keep them running, right? So I've been talking a lot about improvements and adding stuff, but there's also good things to keep. Like, the community has been fantastic. Yeah, I say that, deal with it. And then what the team organizing the World Championship has been doing was fantastic, and we're going to keep it running.
Yeah, and
so only keep the best parts and make the other one better.
And I have to say that Blood Bowl community, so far from what we've seen, in the last few weeks and months, monitoring and understanding and so on, I have to say that there've been I can receive very good vibes about receiving feedback in a positive way. So I'm very happy about that. Excited as well. What is the, in looking at the future of Warhammer Blood Bowl, what are the things that you look forward the most?
Oh God, so many things. Genuinely, so many things. Because with it's a unique chance we're given to get a fresh start and to do things how they should be. And now we can say that with 2 years of things we learned. So, like, being on par, catching up with the tabletop is something I personally really am eager to be there. And we're preparing for it. Like, we're going to keep having seasons, but at the moment there's a bunch of things that overlap in the term season. There's the competitive season that overlaps with the battle pass, which overlaps with the faction. Eventually, we're going to be on par with the tabletop releases. So we won't have any factions, but the competitive scene will keep living. We're going to have qualifiers for the world and such. So how much wiggle room we're gonna get when those things get untangled is something I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
That keeps me awake at night. And then what's gonna Rumble become? I'm super curious about that.
I think Rumble might
Go
take
on
over.
and on. Like,
Yeah, no, it's
there's so much.
yeah, I absolutely agree. I think that my big thing is going to be how we attract new players and how the onboarding of new players also is happening, because I think the opportunity is to grow to a massively bigger community of active players, and maybe some of these players will go and play the championships and become active multiplayer game players as well. So, looking forward to that, and yeah, and looking forward to working with you guys.
All the same.
And so it's all very exciting. Is it?
That was the news about Blood Bowl,
Yeah.
right? It is very exciting. Thank you, Mathieu and Marco, for being here and talking about this.
Cheers.
And that's all I've got for you. This is it now for today's Slytherin Next. Thank you all for joining us. A huge thank you to the guests as well. And wishlist the games that you're excited about. Follow for more, and we'll see you at the next one, which is going to be on December 3rd. Take care and good night.
All right. So I didn't get a whole lot more out of that than what I just read other people's summaries, but I think the big thing was people misinterpreted the frog bonanza as Slan is coming. Maybe they're separate news. Somebody was saying something about tabletops getting Slan / Kislev. But this video is not a source of that. When he was talking about frogs, he was talking about the 3 wizard community event. And that you could set up your single player league or your multiplayer league. You could set your league up to use all those goofy rules that have been in the community events. So no turnovers, level up when you gain SPP, triple wizards, that kind of stuff. Will just be checkboxes you can turn on if you want when you make custom games. Obviously not on the ladder, but I don't know, maybe they go weird with the ladder. Honestly, if season 12 they went weird with the ladder and turned on one of those weird rules, that might actually be a shot in the arm for the struggling interest of this bridging time. I don't know if triple wizards would be the right one to turn on. But like, was there something silly that wasn't insane? Like no turnovers was completely bonkers. Well, the last question was visible mutation cosmetics. Yeah, that did suck losing that, going from 2 to 3. Not bad overall. It does suck that like the teams aren't free anymore. Actually having to buy the teams does suck. But I think we got a really good deal where they were just giving the teams out for free. Denbeek mentioned not being able to trade Warpstone, which they mentioned would be coming. But I don't think you can do that. Like you cannot have a game where you can free-to-play grind for a currency and have it be tradable. Like then you just get bots. Like that's how you ask. That's how you, like, do you want bots? That's how you ask for bots. People would just make 100 accounts and have them grind the battle pass and then trade all the Warpstone to their main account. It's actually why Artifact failed, the Dota card game. They wanted trading, and it was amazing. Like it made Dota, like Artifact, great. The Dota card game. Because you could draft and open cards and like open a $20 card and sell it on the Steam marketplace or Steam balance, not cash. But I've never been into CSGO skins, but I think there are ways to turn your Steam balance into real money. Valve doesn't let you cash it out, but I think there are other websites where you can just sell stuff for cash, presumably for like a 10% cut or whatever. But that meant that artifact couldn't be free. Like it literally couldn't be free. They couldn't give you like a bunch of gold every game you play. So you're getting like a free pack every other day. Like you cannot have that and trading. They're incompatible. You can't. It just doesn't work. I've seen some games do it where there's like 2 collections that run in parallel. So anything you open in a purchased pack is tradable, but anything you've earned with free in-game currency is not tradable. That's kind of a kludgy answer. It kind of works, but it still crushes the value of the cards you open. But I like if I was going to make a card game, I would certainly not do that because it just muddies it too much. Just muddies it way too much. But the market does not want a card game where you have to buy the card. Even if that means you own the cards and can sell the cards. Apparently the market just will. The free-to-play masses will throw a fit and review bomb it. Even though there might be enough players willing to engage with that, but it'll just get review bombed. Okay, let's go over my notes here. Warhammer Blood Bowl not abandoned. That's what they started by saying, which is good. It didn't die in the bankruptcy. Season 12. So there'll be another bridge season after this one, starting at some point in the coming weeks. The Knuffles Daily Deals is going away. Let me open Blood Bowl back up. So the FOMO shop going away, it sounds like they said, but they didn't quite say that. They did kind of imply it. But they didn't quite say it. Shrink it. I wanted to leave the Twitch chat in my notes on the screen. I think I can shrink it. There-ish. Was it gone already? No, it's still there. Free option. So this is going away. This FOMO BS is going away, which is great. There's a chance, like, I think their actual wording was, during this season 12, the Blood Pass is free and full of cosmetics. Not a new team. And the things that have been rotating around in here, hundreds of cosmetics, are just going to be purchasable in the shop. So that means, like, the timed deals are going away. Look, they've already gone away. These two are just here. These two don't have a countdown. But they're gonna update this so that it has hundreds of things. And you, like, I've purchased cosmetics before because it's like, oh, I might want to play dwarves at some point, so I'll buy that. Which sucks. I'd rather it's just available at a store, and then when I make a dwarf team, then I can go buy that. Right, because you might literally never use it. You might spend $7 on a legendary and then literally never use it. So that's a pretty big positive, if it sticks. Again, they said, like, for season 12, they didn't say that the daily deals won't come back. But hopefully, that's just like, because it was a very free-flowing conversation format. Hopefully, that's just they didn't state it as clearly as they wanted to, and it actually is switching away from FOMO. But the negative of that is that the teams are no longer going to be for free. So moving forward with Warhammer Blood Bowl, Bretonnians and Khemri will be free, but everything that comes out after that, you're going to have to buy as DLC in the various stores. the Steam store and the PlayStation Network. Wherever you own the game, it'll be a cash DLC. So that sucks, but it's kind of what we expected when Blood Bowl 2 came out. We were really pleased when Blood Bowl 3 was offering the teams for free for those of us who play a lot. But ultimately, it's probably right to keep the game making money. It's tough though. It does suck to lose what you used to get for free. But it's probably fine. And you don't need to buy every team. Like, there's some teams on my account that I've like played a handful of games with when they first came out and then never went back. So being a frugal gamer doesn't mean you have to spend $10 every 3 months or whatever it ends up costing. Because you could probably skip half of the teams and wait for them to be on sale. You do want the full collection. Of Bridge season. We're getting a demo after the summer. When does summer officially end? In September? Start of fall. Fucking AI. Depends on the meteorological conditions of where you live. No, it doesn't. Monday, September 22nd. It's officially fall. I hate the AI world right now. AI is really good at coding. It's really bad at taking over your Google searches. The 22nd of September is, so we're a ways away from this demo. Unless that was also just like loose wording. French people talking in English. Loose wording. Be more Blood Bowl today? No, I think I'm going to wrap it up after this. I think I'm going to aim for one Blood Bowl game a day. And even if I could do more, I don't want to like overextend. And I have a lot of work to do at my new house too. So we're not going to play another game. The Beak you tried the Eternal League. Every player with +2 strength is silly. Is that one of the opponents in the Eternal League? That's scary. Yep, one Blood Bowl game a day keeps the doctor away. But the demo, it's a ways away, but it is exciting. It's gonna have the Rumble mode, which is 6 turn halves with 7 players per team, and there's going to be a ladder. So there's a good chance when this demo comes out, assuming the demo isn't like play for a weekend, assuming it's just there until the new game comes out, there's a good chance this is just going to be how a lot of people play. And Blood Bowl 3 just kind of gets abandoned. Like the fact that it does have a ladder. I guess we don't know. We just don't know what's in the demo yet. Maybe it's a little underwhelming and, you know, only good for like 10 games and then we'll want to go back. Oh, Debbie, you're playing with everybody with +2 strength. Crushing the AI. Nice. Get that blood pass done. I still have to get my blood pass done here, actually. Sorry, indulge my ADHD here. I'm bouncing all over the place. What am I at? 17 of 25? We're more than halfway there. A game a day. We'll get this done before it rotates. The rest of these legendaries, but this blood pass is stacked with them. Some of them I already own, but it's still stacked. There's only going to be 5 teams in Rumble. Oh yeah, if there's too much restrictions like that, it might not be worth playing for months. We can hope, though. Blood Bowl game a day keeps the APO in play. The full release before the end of the year was their frame. With another hint of the worlds is December through February. I don't know if that was like starts December, sometime December through February, or like is starting in December and runs all the way through February. I don't know what time span they're going to give us to play the games, right? They always do like the top 8 on the weekend, the final weekend. I think they gave us a week to schedule games before last year. So there's still a little bit of question marks around that. And I saw some people in the Twitch chats when they talked about that being concerned that it like February release is before the end of the year, but like Worlds isn't going to be the week it launches. That would be crazy. They need to give us some time to practice. They need to make sure there's no bugs. I think that's more the December through February is like, we probably get the new rules in December, maybe November, but they want a buffer from the launch until the world starts. They want to make sure it's stable for 3 weeks and then they'll announce it and it'll start 2 weeks after that or whatever. Is probably why it's such a weird overlap between the two statements. Okay, UI rework is good. One of the big complaints about Blood Bowl 3 is the UI sucks. You have to like triple click things and whatever. So hopefully, you know, the years they've put in with Blood Bowl 3, they've learned their lessons here. Which is saw this 665 days left in the battle pass. Like it's just a placeholder. It was supposed to end yesterday, I think. Like the initial timer, it was just ending yesterday, so they just put large number in. It's not going to be over like a year, almost 2 years before it comes out. The UI rework is great. And then there's a bunch of stuff for new players and single player players, which overlaps. Onboarding for new players, single player improvement. You build AI teams for your leagues, like adding skills and stuff to them. AI teams can actually level their players up as the leagues progress. And they said too that they'll do that with the data they've gotten from running Blood Bowl 3 for years, which is pretty sweet. It's not just one of their guys going in and deciding paths, but it's like they have a lot of data. They can leverage that data and be like, okay, like 80% of ward answers that level up get this skill, and then like 12% get this other skill, and then it trickles way down. So they know the AI should just like randomly pick from the top 3 or something. God knows how to do it. But your AI opponents will level up in like a meaningful way rather than... I don't think they level up at all right now. The data drivenness is kind of cool, but I don't play against the AI at all, so it doesn't matter to me, excepting for the fact that being better at onboarding, bringing new people in, getting them excited to keep playing, those people might move on to the ladder, and then a bigger ladder population is good. Being able to actually save your game and resume it the next day. Pretty important for single players, I would say. And it does, like, this is my parentheses, but like having that tech, I think is very adjacent to being able to resume games for esports. Like if you disconnect, I think the ladder still needs to just grant the win, because like people will just be rude and leave, right? Like it's not always a mistake, but if in Worlds somebody disconnects, having the ability to just restart at turn 12 is super good for esports. And not just esports, but like in your private league, having your admin be able to just authorize a restart. We might get that for free along with this. But I guess not for free. Minimal extra work. At least the groundwork to get a resume anyway. Basically, the game just needs to save at the end of every turn, and then you can resume the turn before the crash happened. It's like a very trivial amount of work to get that in there. As somebody who doesn't work on games. And I put this because the publisher started talking again. For new players, Warhammer Blood Bowl comes with 14 teams, the same 12, the same initial 12 we had here, which I think are still in order. So Imperial Nobility through Nurgle here, and then the two new teams, Bretonnians and Khemri. The Blood Bowl 3 owners will get Bretonnians and Khemri for free, and you keep all the teams and cosmetics you already have. And you get Warhammer Blood Bowl for free, which is important to say because I believe it is a new Steam entry. It's pretty much Blood Bowl 4. It's a new game, but it's like the same engine for the graphics, but it's also a whole new rules engine. I really think it is basically Blood Bowl 4. They're calling it Warhammer Blood Bowl though, so that when you search for Warhammer games on Steam, you find it. Where I think a lot of people might be fans of Blood Bowl, fans of Warhammer. They're looking for another Warhammer game to play. There are a lot of them. Games Workshop loves to license their property. And Blood Bowl right now would get missed by people looking for other Warhammer games. So calling it Warhammer Blood Bowl solves that problem. You search for Warhammer, Blood Bowl can show up. Blood Pass changing to free DLC. That is good and bad news. It's good news because free is better, but it's going to be all cosmetics, and the teams are locked behind cash. Every team has to be bought with cash moving forward. So after you get your Bretts and Khemri for free, we're all gonna have to spend $10 to get the new teams. I'm crossing my fingers they give me the team for free as the seasons roll. Because they used to give me 1,000 Warpstone, which was enough for the Battle Pass. Actually, I think they used to give me 3,000 Warpstone. So hopefully they give us the new teams for us being the streamers. And then maybe I can extend that and hope they give me like 10 Steam codes so I can do giveaways. That'd be great. I should start talking to them about that now. But it is the pro that goes along with that big con of actually having to buy the teams is everybody who is free to play gets to have fun with the Blood Pass instead of getting teased to buy it. I really don't like Blood Passes in games that I'm free to playing, especially when you get like a pop-up. You just could have had this. Like, they seem to be stepping away from FOMO, which is great. Both the Knuckles daily deals thing going away and the Blood Pass going to free. It does seem consumer friendly. Basically what I just already said. And then Worlds, they didn't say a lot about it. The same team that ran Worlds last year, they're keeping. Which I don't know. I don't know, like, that was the publisher, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what that means exactly. Maybe the publisher was just like the one, like VTalk? Was it VTalk? One of the publisher people was very involved. So obviously maybe they could be involved in it. They could just hire them as a contractor. But I assume that means like Jimmy and Misspelled Tree and Andy Davo will be back to comment on it. And then like I guess the team, like there's a behind the scenes team there too, right? Like, somebody was setting the cameras up and running the lighting and everything. That's probably what they meant by the team, that production team. That's kind of cool. Be at the end of the year. So I think what I've heard from other people is that this was way too light on info. I think people were hoping for like a concrete date But yeah, that sucks. It does suck that we didn't get that. I'm sure they would have liked to give us a concrete date too. There's just too many unknowns, I'm guessing. But I guess it's also really disappointing. Like, I already knew this. Like, it's the first time I watched it, but I was getting bullet point summaries from people yesterday. I was already buffered to know there was huge news, like specific dates. I guess the biggest bad thing though is just that we're stuck in purgatory. I think that's a good way to describe it. We're stuck in purgatory a lot longer. But I'd rather be in purgatory than have a Blood Bowl 3 launch again. And I was one of the people that was having the most fun with Blood Bowl 3. But I think us all waiting together for an extra 3 to 6 months and getting a good thing, probably worth the wait, but it does suck for the rest. It sucks to be in purgatory. It does suck to be in purgatory. But that's where we are for now. Hopefully we come out of purgatory and go to heaven. Instead of another Blood Bowl 3 launch hell. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I might throw these notes together into a more coherent, like, YouTube short or something. A news brief for people who didn't want to watch the whole thing. But for now, I'm going to go scrape the side of my house for a few hours. It's so much work to paint a house. Holy crap. See you later, everybody. Great to be streaming again. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. I'm going to try to get one game in a day. I'm going to keep going with mostly focusing on, like, my losing weight, my health, and that. Keep my house going, but I want to get one game a day in here while we're in purgatory. Big thanks to Tom Tech and all the subs: Leafy, HD, Mr. Rocker Crocker, Zofietta, Drobo, and Crisp. Thank you very much for all the subs. Tips keeps me running. See y'all tomorrow.